Now, how about them damn Celtics?
All right, we are back. Celtics Summer League. First game of Summer League here in Vegas. The Celtics picked up a win over the Memphis Grizzlies, 92-78 final score. Celtics look good, man. They look good. Hugo Gonzalez made his Summer League debut. Jordan Walsh had some retribution for last year. Charles Bassey is now on the team, which we didn't know, but they added him on day one of training camp. It's a late addition there. He played well. So, want to know Celtics and a lot of stuff to talk about.
Oh, yeah. It's so fun to have basketball back to talk about instead of being like, what if they trade this guy for this guy, as the video today. So, really fun debut, really fun game. Charles Bassey just brought him out. Surprise entrant to the Summer League roster. You guys were all there courtside covering the game, and the videos started to pop up on the Twitter timeline. And then the guy goes out and balls out with a 14-11 game high plus 20, and just dominates. Everybody's like talking like they need to sign him. He could be the starting center. He's a name that you have mentioned on the show as we were going through trying to figure out what on earth the Celtics are going to do with their big man rotation, considering Nemi is projected to be the starter. Now, there's no guarantee that Bassey would be a huge step up over him, but at least it would be some competition. You would feel like there's some potential. He's only, 23, 22? He's not very old.
Bassey's 24. He turns 25 before next season.
Okay.
So he's been on the older side. He's younger than Nemi, though, for context. I don't know who I'd rather play. Excuse me. I think Bassey is higher floor, lower ceiling, probably, than what Nemi can be, because I think Nemi's a better athlete. But Bassey looked too good for the Grizzlies bigs in this game. Like, every rebound was his, every putback was his, every block, like every contested the rim. He was everywhere. He knows how to run a pick and roll. He knows how to, dive to the rim, how to roll, how to, move from dunker to dunker. Like, he just did everything that you'd expect from a guy who has spent significant time in the NBA. He played real minutes for the Spurs these past few years behind Wembanyama. I think if they're serious about trying to fill the gap at center position, they should try to sign him. I asked him, I said, have you talked to Joe and Brad? And he said that they've been watching him practice, et cetera. But I think it was just like they've been watching a summer league practice. So there hasn't been any discussions in regard to that yet. But he looked good. I mean, like you said, he had a double-double, 14 points, 11 rebounds, 7 offensive boards, 2 blocks. Like, he gave you everything you wanted to see from a summer league center. And he probably stole the show if it wasn't for Hugo Gonzalez, who was also very, very impressive. Started the game, first 20 seconds, had a putback. He only shot 4 or 12. He needs to work on that little in-between game, the little floaters, the layups around the rim. But 12 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal, 2 blocks. 1 for 5 from the free throw line. Jay King asked him about it after the game. He goes, I'm not allowing that. He got so, he wanted to, he hated his life. He, hated himself. He's like, I'm not allowing that again. That's unacceptable. I can't believe, he was like, I played, it was terrible. It was insane. He did a halftime interview that I saw on Twitter, and he was just like, electric. I don't care. He is a psychopath. The Celtics drafted a psychopath, and he was really, really fun to watch in this first game.
Yeah, all of the things. Well, you did the TikTok preview in Hugo, and the first thing you see is
it's
his
Hugo.
Lips bleeding. Yeah, Hugo, my mistake. His lips bleeding. He's a gritty player. He's showing off this incredible motor, and that's the big take on him. Even though going into the draft, we didn't really look at him. His numbers didn't jump off the page. He didn't get a lot of minutes at Real Madrid last year. He's buried behind 10 former NBA pros. Legit talent on that roster, no shame in not being a huge part of it. Today, immediately, is all that stuff you heard about me is true. The first basket he gets, as you mentioned, a putback flying through the lane, not an easy one. It wasn't a dunk. Not to say dunks are easy, but he actually had to showcase some touch with the tip in. Pretty impressive. And then he was picking up dudes full court. He was an irritant. The pest stuff was all over the place. Watching him play was a ton of fun. They had him handle the ball too. He was, as predicted, the point guard when the game started. And he looked pretty comfortable doing it. He turned it over 3 times according to the box score, but it wasn't the kind of thing where you could see him getting easily rattled when he was pressured. He handled pressure pretty well, in my opinion. And I think that's a good sign going forward for him. Good, solid debut for him, minus the free throws.
Yeah, he had a couple where he like dribbled into the traffic without a plan, but I think he was settling in. I think it took him a quarter or so to like figure out the speed and like get used to things. But him and Shoga were just like, if you went to an open run at a gym and the Gonzalez and Shoga type guys guarded you, you'd leave. You'd quit. I would quit. Like, what an unbelievable pain in the ass those two guys are in like the best way possible. They were playing full court defense. They were, running through screens as if they weren't there. Their screen navigation was incredible for those two, especially Ugo. Shoga was great. Ugo was great. I was actually really impressed with Shoga. He didn't do too much in terms of scoring and everything like that. He had a nice and one. He finished with he shot 2 of 4 over 2, 5 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Like I was impressed. I thought Shoga played really well. I liked his defense. I liked his what's it called? His ball pressure, his screen navigation. I liked that he seemed calm handling the ball. I was impressed with all the rookies. And Amari Williams, too, we can throw him in now. Like 9 points, 3 rebounds, assists, a steal, 2 blocks, 3 for 3. Beautiful cross-court pass at one point earlier in the game. I think to Jordan Walsh, maybe, or maybe to Miles Norris, actually. But just a beautiful pass by Williams. He was fun. That dude sets some hard fucking screens. Oh, my God. He killed guys in the backcourt.
Jalen Wells got killed at the end of the game. Felt bad for him. It was like, damn, man, the game's over. Leave him alone. I want to circle back to Shoga quick because there was one play in particular that stood out to me. It's a transition for the Grizzlies. I think it might have been a 2 or 3 on 1. And Shoga does this thing where he takes like a fake charge. He goes to take a charge, and then he's like, nah, I'm not taking a charge. And he just stole the ball. He knocked the ball away. He is, as advertised as well, like the big thing that we found on him was he's going to be a pest, just like Ugo. Like you mentioned it, 2 guys you just do not want to see if you're on the other team. Like you get the ball or you don't get the ball because they won't leave you alone. They just keep denying you. And you're like, what is wrong with this guy, man? That's the type of guy you want on your team. Good debut for Shoga. Amari Williams, the pass was probably the highlight, had a couple blocks too. I was impressed with his interior defense, even though particularly earlier in the game, there were a few possessions where it looked like he played like almost perfect defense and the ball still somehow found the bottom of the net. So I don't think it was like the most fair reflection of what he did correct or incorrect on those plays. But I was not upset with him, even though he and Shoga were the only negative box score guys or plus minus guys on the team. But I don't know how much that matters.
I think Summer League played well. Yeah,
Summer League is so funny because you're just like kind of looking at what are the guys doing? Like, did the 3 go in? Did the shot creation look good? How was the pass? And then you're like, oh yeah, wait, there's a score. Like this is something that at least they're trying to win the game.
I think it's also tough to do plus minus and like assists and stuff like that in Summer League because, I mean, there's a reason these scores are so low. These guys are not as good as NBA players. Like shots just don't go in. Like that is a big part of it.
8 less minutes.
Yes. And like players just like they make less shots. That's like fewer shots. That's just kind of the name of the game. Shout out Jordan Walsh. Probably shouldn't have taken us this long to talk about him, but 17 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 6 of 12 from the field, 3 of 6. First year of Summer League, Jordan Walsh. All off the ball, shooting shots, playing good defense. Last year, felt like he tried to do too much on the ball. Game 1 of this year, it was like the perfect blend of both. Like he spent a lot of time off the ball. He was coming off screens at the top of the key, but he also put the ball on the floor a few times, made stuff happen for himself. Like you could tell that he was a lot more comfortable just kind of letting the game come to him, just doing whatever felt natural within the flow of the game. And so I give him credit for that. He played really good.
Jordan Walsh, what a day. It is fun. I feel like it's our signature move to talk about everybody but the guy that was the biggest story when we do these. Granted, you introed this and then tossed to me, and I was like, watch this. I'm going to talk about Charles Bassey. What I really wanted to open the show with was, can't believe they didn't play Zach Hicks. Jordan Walsh, really, really impressive like recovery, like you said. Like last year, really didn't play well in Summer League, struggled a lot. That was the big story. We went into it really hoping he would take a jump. He didn't. This year, he looks so confident. The 3-point shot looks good. He took rhythm dribbles on 2 of the makes, which probably just credit to his team for getting him an open look enough where he can take the rhythm dribble. I want to see more no rhythm dribble needed, make the catch and shoot three at game speed, because I'm not sure you're going to have time for rhythm dribbles in an actual NBA game, but I really like what we saw from him today. Impressed. Felt like there was a lot of pressure on Walsh going into this, especially like last season when you're starting to see Jalen rest and Tatum was resting some games towards the end of the year, and it was Shireman getting the minutes and not him. I was curious to see how that would affect his confidence. Clearly, looks pretty good to me. We'll have to see how he builds on it on Sunday.
Yeah, he looked good. Less good. I think we covered all of like the really good performances. Miles Norris deserves credit too. Him and Kendall Brown were fine.
I liked
Miles Norris looked confident, made a couple good shots. His defense worries me a little bit. He had a couple of like good help over plays, but his one-on-one defense I thought was a little bit too shaky. Like he just made a couple of mistakes that I was iffy on. The shots there though, I mean, he only shot 1 of 4, but
5 fouls too. Just
5 exactly.
Stuff.
That's to my point. I think there are a few players on the court who were more confident in their three-point shot than Miles Norris. And Kendall Brown was fine. Isaiah Wong was fine. Baylor, not the best performance. 8 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. I thought he was like very comfortable handling the ball. The shots just did not go in. 2 of 14, 1 of 8. 3-point shot wasn't there. I mean, we've talked about it last year. We talked about it through the season. It feels like he's just a lot more comfortable shooting off the dribble than catch and shoot. And I mean, I think he got a lot of catch and shoot today. Just he feels like a very streaky shooter rather than a guy you can depend on to hit 40% of his threes at all time. I still think he's going to be solid for the Celtics next year. I still think does a lot of good things. His defense wasn't great today either, but like he's comfortable handling the ball. He's good making plays for others. He's a great rebounder. I still think there's a role for him, but today was not the start he probably wanted.
No. Bad day for the Baylor Shireman can replace Sam Hauser. Go ahead and trade Sam Hauser for the $10 million salary save.
They were never the
club
same player. Those takes were always silly.
Correct. I mean, Baylor just does different things. He is like a decent playmaker. Like only had 1 turnover today, despite being a huge initiator for the Celtics. Like they asked him to do quite a bit. He did get some interesting shot creation moments. They were not pretty shots, but he did a really good job of controlling like his body on drives where he was stopping and getting the defenders to keep going, where he had clean looks at the rim. He just didn't make them. Interesting skill I want to keep an eye on. Weird thing for me to harp on, but I kind of liked it even though it wasn't pretty in the moment. Before we move on, Miles Norris, I really liked what we saw from him today. I'm writing about him for Houdini. And like the confidence and just the overall smoothness of his jump shot make me feel like maybe there's opportunity for him to get at least like a peek at the rotation, not permanently, but like in the case that they do move on from Hauser, the guy you should be talking about is Miles Norris, not Baylor Shireman, that kind of thing. And even then, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Norris. I think he's good. I just worry how streaky the 3-point shot is and the defense, but I mean, he's very confident. He's a solid rebounder, so we'll see how he progresses in Maine and such next season. I think that'll be a big telling factor. Kenneth Lofton, 1 of 8, 11 points, 9 rebounds. Listen, man, great offensive rebounder, took 10 free throws, is very clearly comfortable just like using his body to get himself inside and get to the line. It is like the antithesis of the way the Celtics play. Like it's if Marcus Morris was a big man. It is, I'm never going to pass the ball. If I touch the ball, I'm not going to give it up. It's all me. I'm like, it's just, he's like a black hole in terms of balls going there. It's not coming out. And it works sometimes when he gets himself to the line. And every once in a while, he'll make a nice little dump out pass. But all of the concerns of, is he going to be able to, play defense? He was slow getting to closeouts. And when he did, he got beat off the dribble. Like, there's a reason he works so well in international ball where he could like just be stronger and bigger and bully guys, and why it's like probably going to be a little bit of a struggle for him to fit into the NBA. He's fine. He's a nice free throw machine, basically. Like he can always get you a bucket inside and get you to free throw line, but it's just it slows down the game. It just kind of eats at the way the Celtics probably would like to play.
So Kenneth Lofton had a moment in this game. So I did the playback with Jake and Spoonie while Jack was in Vegas, and he put his head down and picked up his dribble like at the 3-point line and bumbled into somebody and got a foul call. we all audibly like burst out laughing. Like, he looked like the dude in the rec center on 2K that's the random and just won't pass the ball to anybody and says, I'm going to shoot this shot no matter what, even if there's 4 guys guarding me. This was one of the weirdest basketball games I think I have ever seen a pro player play. Like, just the lack of self-awareness when it comes to, oh, I got an offensive rebound and there's 4 guys around me, and like I'm facing in the direction of the open guy in the corner, I'm not going to pass him. Like, it was another level of selfishness that we saw from him today, and it makes a little bit more sense why he thrived in China winning an MVP and can't stick in the NBA, because he doesn't seem like the type of player who's willing to come play in the NBA and just like be low usage. It just doesn't seem like what he wants to do.
I don't know how he would be low usage either. Like, what's his low usage role? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe
it's the same
offensive
reason,
rebound guy that gives you some energy.
but I guess how many offensive rebound guys who can give you some energy are there in the NBA? Like, how many of those guys are there that also aren't good defenders? You know what I'm saying?
Like one thing, he just comes in and grabs. I mean, he had 6 offensive rebounds today. Granted, today I think the offensive rebounds might have been like his offensive rebounds. One thing I wanted to mention about Bassey when we were talking about him, like 7 offensive rebounds when you only missed 1 shot,
they were
super
not
impressive.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah. When it's like Nene offensive rebounds, when it's like, or Andre Drummond numbers, when he's like missing the put in and he's like, okay, I got the rebound, let's try again. It's not as impressive.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The comparison I always use with players like this is Westbrook. Like, Westbrook is great on his own team, but he's probably not good enough to win you a championship. As soon as you bump him into a role that's not like the 1 or the 2, it's just probably not going to work. And like Kenneth Lofton, as soon as you bump him into a role where he's not going to be able to have the ball in his hands a lot, it's just not. It doesn't translate as much. I think that's this concern people have with J.D. Davison. Like, can he be an off-ball player? He's obviously phenomenal at that level at what he does, but can't translate. So we'll have to see. Isaiah Wong was fine. I thought he actually played some solid defense. He didn't do much. The guys who didn't play, Jalen Bridges, Hayden Gray, Ben Gregg, Zach Hicks, Aaron Scott. It looks like the Celtics, as would make sense, are really prioritizing the guys that are their guys. I mean, this whole starting lineup, Shoga, Hugo, Walsh, Amari Williams, Bailey Shire, like all guys that are currently under contract in some fashion or were drafted by the Celtics. Charles Bassey played a bunch of minutes off the bench. Miles Norris, the 2-way, played a bunch off the bench. And then Kenneth Lofton was sort of like the big signing or whatever for Summer League. So I think those make some sense. I think with Charles Bassey, I mean, I asked him, like, what led to you signing with the Celtics? And he kind of laughed. He goes, well, I haven't signed yet. And so, like, I was like, okay, buddy. But I assume we'll see some of these guys play as Summer League goes on. They have a back-to-back in Summer League, which I think should be illegal. Like, what are we doing? Well, we have 10 days to space games out.
Got to get those games in.
So I assume we'll see a lot of guys play on that back-to-back of some degree who haven't necessarily played a lot or later in the Summer League. So keep an eye out for those guys. But really good win against a Grizzlies Summer League team that should probably have won the game. They have Jalen Wells, a Rookie of the Year finalist, Gigi Jackson. They have Spencer. Like, they've got real NBA guys, and the Celtics do too. But like real guys who played real minutes in the NBA. And the Celtics won. Their ball pressure was incredible. Their defense looked great. The offensive rebounds from Bassey and Lofton were really important. And I made up for their inefficient three-point shooting. So credit the Celtics. Their defense won in this game. And, it was fun. It was fun to watch.
Definitely a fun game. Really good debut game for the 3 rookies. They all kind of did their thing in their own way, which was good to see. Nice not to see them really struggle, even though Hugo feels like he's got a little extra step to go up. Looking forward to game 2. Chance for revenge on the Knicks. Got to get him back, right?
We shall see.
This is the one that matters.
We shall see. And yeah, appreciate your opportunity again. Let us know what you guys think, and I'll let Sam take it out.
Yeah, thank you very much for listening and watching. Make sure you leave a like, comment, tell us what you thought of Summer League Game 1. Subscribe to the channel. We are here every single day with new content. Full pods drop Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Game recaps are up the morning after each game. And other videos are here in between to keep you up to date with all things Celtics. You can find the 2 of us streaming, or not streaming. I guess we're streaming on Spotify and Apple, technically. You can get all our pods and recaps there. Leave a 5-star review. We'd appreciate that very, very much. It does help us. Also, leave a like on YouTube. That helps too. You can email us, hbtcpod@gmail.com. You know you got thoughts on the Summer League, hbtcpod@gmail.com. Our socials are at How About Them C's for Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Facebook's the name of the podcast. All streams are there. They're on YouTube. They're on Twitter. Jack's Twitter is Jackson NBA. Mine's at Sam LaFrance NBA. That's it for us. Bye.
Tic-tac-toe.